Hello everyone, ComicBrix here, back again with another video, and in this video it's going to be a little bit different. I basically wanted to have like a get to know me type video without giving too much personal information away, but today we're going to be discussing my top 10 most memorable Star Wars sets. So a lot of you guys who are watching this may have different opinions on some sets or have the same most memorable sets. I would like to know down in the comments below, so please feel free to share anything down in the comment section. So to start off, I'm going to name some honorable mentions that didn't make my top 10 list, but I still feel like deserve to be named and mentioned out loud. So to start off, we have the 75036 Utapau Troopers Battle Pack, the 75035 Kashyyyk Troopers Battle Pack, the 7754 Home 1 Mon Calamari Star Cruiser, the 9515 The Malevolence, 7655 Clone Trooper Battle Pack, 7667 Imperial Dropship, 7668 Rebel Scout Speeder, and then we have the 7669 Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Now, with the first two, the Utapau Troopers and Kashyyyk Troopers Battle Pack, I just remember back in 2014, it was a big deal. You know, they were releasing new helmet molds for the Phase 2 Clone Troopers. And I remember getting our first 212 Troopers and the Airborne Troopers, and they just looked very nice. And I just remember like having a good time building it and wanting more. And with the Kashyyyk Troopers, again, it was a big deal. A lot of famous YouTubers, namely ComicBrix Studios, was just about starting his Kashyyyk mock, and it was just a perfect time. He got a bunch of these Kashyyyk Troopers, and I just remember getting the Battle Pack because of his Kashyyyk mock. The Home 1 Mon Calamari Star Cruiser, that one I actually had two. So one I got back when it was released in 2009. Then later down the road, it just got destroyed in one of my Lego buckets. And then when Rogue One came out, I wanted it again for some reason. So I got it, and I still have that one, thank God. But it's a really good set and all. Together, like great minifigs at the time, and it was just a fun looking set. Now with the Malevolence, I just remember loving those episodes, that 3-story arc in season 1 of the Clone Wars. I just remember like, dang, that ship is so cool. And when Lego released it, I was like, oh wow, they actually made one, and it came with the Clone Wars Padme figure, and it also came with Count Dooku and General Grievous in one set, and I just remember liking that set all in all. And the Clone Trooper Battle Pack, this one was the 2007 one. Now this one I got many years after on Amazon. I just remember building it like in less than like 2 minutes. Like it was just such an easy set to build, and I still have the figures. And although I do like the new Lego molds for the Phase 2 Clone Troopers, I still really like the design detail of the old Phase 2 Clone Troopers. Now with the Imperial Dropship and Rebel Scout Speeder, those two battle packs are inseparable. I couldn't get one without the other. And I just remember when Lego did the 20th anniversary sets and released a new version of the dropship with the new dual molded helmet stormtrooper figures. I just remember loving that set, going through the instructions, seeing the original set. I was like, man, I wish I still had the original set with me. And the Rebel Scout Speeder was a great set. I think I got multiples actually to get the Rebel Scout Troopers, and it was just, I had a great time with all those sets all together. Oh, and with Anakin Jedi Starfighter, I just remember getting that set. I think I got two actually, because it came in like 2 different box arts, so I think I got both sets and both the different box arts, which is kind of cool. But I just remember like bunch of pictures of me when I was little, just like flying that thing outside. It was just a very fun set. And then when I got the newer one, 2018 one, it just brought back a lot of memories. So now let's get down to my top 10 list. Starting from bottom to the top, number 10 we have 75015 Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. Now this one came out in 2013, and I just remember I had like 0 episode 2 sets, and I saw that Lego released their wave of episode 2 sets, and the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid caught my eye because it came with a new version of Jango Fett and a new version of the Phase 1 movie version Clone Trooper. And I just remember getting that set, loving that Jango Fett figure, loving that Phase 1 Clone Trooper, and it was my first set in that wave and one of my first episode 2 sets, and it was just a great set all in all, in my opinion. Number 9, we have the 75103 First Order Transporter. So before The Force Awakens was released, I remember when the Lego sets came out for that movie, I was like, oh man, this is like a new era of the Star Wars, new era of Star Wars. You know, we got the sequels now. And I just remember the First Order Transporter caught my eye. And that was one of the first Force Awakens sets I ever got from that wave. And I just remember building it. I was obsessed with the transporter. It just looked really cool. The Captain Phasma figure, the flame troopers especially, and then the Resistance troopers. I was like, I can't wait to see what the Resistance has to offer and what the First Order has to offer. And I ended up loving that movie. It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies. Number 8 on my list is the 75155 Rebel U-Wing Fighter. Now, this was the first set I ever got from Rogue One. They were that Rogue One wave. And I just remember, this was before Rogue One came out, and I was just like, I can't wait to see what Rogue One has to offer, you know, because it was the first standalone Star Wars movie separate from the Skywalker series, and but it was still staying like the same era of Star Wars that we all know and love. The sequel trilogy, or excuse me, the original trilogy, which is my favorite trilogy. I just remember getting the U-Wing. I was like, I can't wait to see what the U-Wing brings to the table, because you know it was a new design ship specifically for Rogue One, but it still looked like, oh, it was there long before Rogue One. If that kind of makes sense, like it fit in perfectly with that time era. And I just remember loving the figures in that set, and it got me really excited for Rogue One. Number 7, we have the 75222 Betrayal at Cloud City. Now this one is the 2018 one that I got for my birthday last year, actually. And I always remember wanting that set ever since it came out. And I just remember like looking at it, like it had all the iconic scenes from Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, from Cloud City. Like you had the Carbonite Chamber, the duel between Luke and Darth Vader. We had like the dinner table scene when Darth Vader reveals himself to Han Solo. And we got the mini like Slave One landing on the landing pad, which is one of my favorite like parts of the actual set. And then the Cloud Car. It just came with great minifigs, and it brought back a lot of memories of me watching The Empire Strikes Back. That's one of my favorite Star Wars movies as well. Number 6 on my list is 8038, The Battle of Endor. Now this one is an interesting set because I ended up not finishing building the set. So what happened was, I built everything else, and it was time to build the actual bunker, the main attraction of the set. I just remember I started building it, didn't finish it that night, so I went to school the next day, came back, all the pieces ended up in the Lego bucket somehow, and I was just too lazy to dig them up. So all in all, I just never finished building the set. I put it on my list because it was an interesting set. I love the figures, I love the Ewoks that came in the set, and to this day, I wish I still built it. I might one day go back, find all the parts and build it, because I'm pretty sure I have most of the parts somewhere. It's just a pain to go and find them all. But it was still a great looking set, even though I never ended up finishing building it. Number 5 on my list is the 8039 Venator Class Republic Attack Cruiser. That was a bit of a mouthful, but so this one's the Jedi Cruiser from 2010, the Clone Wars one. And I just remember getting that set, and I just really loved the Commando Troopers. Loved the Emperor Palpatine, or the Chancellor Palpatine figure, the Gunner, the Clone Pilot, and it was just a great set, and I just remember building it. And a few days later, I wanted to play with it, so I picked it up from the handle, and I just remember everything dropped, and the only thing that was left in my hand was the handle. And to this day, I'm pretty sure if I go look in one of my Lego buckets, that the handle is still fully built. It's kind of funny, but I just remember liking that set until the only thing that was sturdy enough was the handle. But number 4, we have the 8014 Clone Walker Battle Pack. This is the Clone Wars one from 2010, or I believe from 2010. And I just remember it came with like a bunch of like Phase 1 clone troopers from the Clone Wars series, and it was a very nice battle pack. I got multiples of it. Wanted to create my own clone army, because at the time everyone wanted clones to make their own clone army, and it it was just a great set all in all. It made me obsessed with the Clone Wars, and just great memories with that set. Number 3 on my list is 7676 Republic Attack Gunship. Now, before I get into it, I do want to say my number 2, because they go together, is the 7675 ATTE Walker. Now, those two sets were from, or are based on, like, the Clone Wars theoretical movie. The gunship came with, like, Obi-Wan, Plo Koon, Ventress, Commander Cody, a bunch of clones of battle droids. And the ATTE Walker came with Rex, Anakin, Ahsoka, Rota, which is Jabba's son, clones, and battle droids. And I just remember building them and just like playing with them, because they just went together so much. They just went together. You couldn't get one without the other, and it's just a very nice. Like I said, I still like that gunship. Of course, I don't have any of these built anymore. They're all into pieces in my Lego buckets, but I remember liking the detail on the gunship, especially with like the Twi'lek sticker. So the number 1 on my list is, drumroll please, the 10188 Death Star. Now this is the one that came out in 2008, and I remember getting it like I think in 2014, and I remember like my dad being like, if you get good grades in your first year of middle school, then I'll get you the Lego Death Star. And I was like, okay, you're on. And I ended up getting good grades in 6th grade, guys, and I got the Death Star, and I built it in 5 days. I wanted to take my time. Also, it was during the summer, and I had summer camp. But I just, like, I'm looking at it right now. It's, like, right over there. And it's just brought back, like, staring at it brings back all those memories. Me waking up in the mornings around 8 before I have to go to camp at 9. Just trying to build as much as I can in that hour. And coming home, building as much as I can till dinner. Then after dinner, building as much as I can till I go to bed. And it was just a great set all in all. My one criticism, though, is that the laser part of it, the laser cannon part, just keeps breaking all the time. But other than that, great set, great nostalgic vintage figures, and a lot of iconic scenes from A New Hope. And yeah, so that's my top 10 most memorable LEGO Star Wars sets. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was something a little bit different. I might do others like this in the future, depending on the reaction or if this video is well received. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm working on an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mock, so go check that out if you want. And I'll see y'all soon.